Yo, what is going on, guys? Joe Strong here, and today I want to talk to you all about the best way to get both physically strong and physically larger at the same time for those of us that want to work towards both the strength goals as well as aesthetic or hypertrophy goals as well. This is a form of training commonly called power building. It's a way to both utilize kind of power lifting style of training as well as bodybuilding style of training. This is going to involve utilizing our heavy compound lifts that we're going to want to max out and push the weight up super heavy with, and kind of pair it with our bodybuilding style exercises that are going to be more isolation based, shorter rest times, and more focus on building the muscle as big as possible, chasing those Arnold sort of physiques with our world's strongest man or powerlifting idol kind of strength levels. Now, I do want to preface this by saying it is not going to be the most optimal way to achieve both of these goals. The best way to achieve both of them would be to strive for them individually, going for one and then hitting our, say, strength goal. We'll hit strength first, we'll do some powerlifting cycles, hit whatever strength number we want, not worry about our bodybuilding exercises, just focusing on maximizing that lift and then doing some bodybuilding work afterwards. Trying to chase two things at the same time only ever gets you a certain amount of the way there. But for those of us that are too ADD, ADHD to focus on one thing at a time, this is a great way to stay motivated in the gym and chase multiple goals at the same time. I know personally, you're going for those big strength lifts and you're loving that you're hitting the numbers, but then every morning you're waking up looking in the mirror and you're just thinking, damn, I just wish I could cut down a little bit, but if I cut, my strength's gonna go down. But if I want my strength to go up, I can't look great. So this is a great way to kind of keep us motivated and chasing both of those things. Now, how would we structure these workouts? Well, essentially going to start off with the strength stuff first, because you want to go into any strength work with a fresh body and a fresh mind. It is very taxing on our central nervous system, our willpower even, do those really heavy lifts. So first thing you're doing when you get in the gym is getting through your warm up, any sort of activation work, getting out any kinks, any rust off any of the joints. And then you start getting into our strength work. That's gonna be our squat, bench, or deadlift. Overhead press, that's something you're training. Clean and jerk, snatch if you're Olympic weightlifters as well. This is viable for you too. Once we are warmed up ready, hit those lifts. We're gonna try and keep the volume a little bit lighter here because you don't wanna burn out completely all of your energy with those strength lifts. So I'd say maximum hitting something like a 5x5 with 25 of those heavy reps. 5 times 5 is 25 total, and try to keep it probably under that. So you can do 6 sets of 4, even 4x4, or 4 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps, pushing the weight up very, very heavy. That's going to get you that central nervous system stimulus to help you build those strength gains. Of course, these are going to have still some sort of hypertrophic effect or something that's going to help you build muscle. But what's really going to help with that is right after we hit our top weight on our compound movement on our squat, bench, or deadlift, we will move on to the second half of our workout, which is going to be those bodybuilding isolation exercises. So say we just hit our bench press strength work, we're going to go ahead and hit the rest of our workout. Most likely, depending on your split, this is probably going to be upper body. If you're doing it as well, even more into push-pull legs kind of thing, this would probably be the rest of your push muscles like your chest, triceps, and shoulders. So we're gonna hit our 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps on our strength work. And now we're gonna head into the rest of the gym, maybe grab some dumbbells. Now we're gonna do 3 to 4 sets of a few movements for 8 to 12 reps. This is gonna get us the greater volume that's gonna lead to more muscle growth, but the weights aren't gonna be nearly as high. Now, our rest times during our heavy lifting are probably gonna be about 3 to 5 minutes because you wanna make sure you're fresh for each one of those sets. And now as we're heading on into our isolation, our hypertrophy work, we're gonna drop that rest time in between 1 and 2 minutes when we can, try to drop it even lower to that 60-second mark. So say we just hit that bench day, now we're gonna drop off, try to hit our chest, shoulders, and triceps. We'll probably start off with our chest right afterwards to get a bit more work for that. Probably an incline bench with some dumbbells. Again, 8 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets, about 90 seconds in between there would probably be a good range for you guys. And then after that, trying to focus on some of our triceps, maybe some tricep pushdowns and overhead extensions, skull crushers, whatever your favorite tricep exercise is. And then finally, I'd probably end off with the shoulder work there, focusing specifically on your lateral delts, something like a lateral raise, pronated shoulder press, things like that to hit that lateral delts because it's not getting much work in your other pressing. Where something like a front raise, I do find a little bit redundant because you get a ton of work on that front delt when you're doing the rest of your presses. Now, what will this work for our deadlift days or squat days? Squat day is obviously just going to be followed up by our leg training, probably hit some lunges, step up split squats, things like that, and end off with some machine work, maybe some calves, leg extensions, leg curls if you do want to not be able to walk for a little while. And then finally on those deadlift days, probably going to match it with our back muscles and a little bit of low back work maybe at the end and biceps. So that'll probably be our heavy deadlifts to start off, 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps each, 3 to 5 minutes of rest for each of those. So you can kind of use that 3 to 5 rule there for that. And then head into our isolation work. Bam, start matching it off with our back work. So probably go right into something like chin-ups, pull-ups, heavy lat pull-downs, heavy rows on an isolateral or two-handed row machine. It's a great way to kind of hit those bigger back muscles that may not get totally exhausted during those strength pull deadlifts. After off blasting out our back, we'll go on to our biceps most likely, hit some bicep curls, some nice work there, maybe some trap work with some raises or farmer's walks. And lastly, I always like to throw in a little bit more low back work, something like a good morning 45-degree back extension on those deadlift days in order to really hammer home or get some stretch in towards that lower back as well, because you know you're always feeling it after some of those deadlifts. If you guys did find this helpful, I'd love to hear any of your comments down below. If there's anything else you'd like to hear about, you can also leave it down there. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Like it if you liked it. Hope to see you guys soon. Have a good one.